live about intuition. So again, it all falls into place. But the goddess of the moon is telling you that now is really the time to embrace that intuition. It's time to get comfortable and to get connected with it. And as I said, we have this tendency to really appreciate the masculine, the logic. But I think when we get so caught up in that, what we're neglecting is the fact that, you know, intuition, like I said, has been sort of downplayed. Oh, mother's intuition, or, and just sort of like, oh, yeah. But truly, intuition is guidance from the divine, whether it be your higher self, whether it be from source directly. It's divine guidance, right? So when we do this kind of stuff, this is us just having another tool to tap into that divine, because sometimes it gets a little cloudy when it's like you right in the middle of it. Sometimes it's hard to see, and that in your own life, right? You look at somebody else and everything is so clear, right? And then you try to do it for yourself and it's like, wait, what? So that's why we will use tools and things like this to get more comfortable, to get more connected, to feel like, okay, a little more confident about being able to tap into all of that. So my loves, this is the time, though. It's saying it's time to connect to that intuition. And as I've mentioned, we've been talking about movement, connecting to your body as that first step, because when you ignore your body, that's like really that foundation level of trust. That's your physical being in this world. And when your body is giving you cues and you say, shush, I'm going to take a pill and shut you up, or whatever, like, your body will give you pains, or it will give you, it'll tell you something's off balance. And if you're not listening, that's really that just foundation level of connecting to yourself. So as you get more into practice of connecting to your body, you start to move further and further up. And if you haven't checked out this past Monday, we talked about the chakras and how they relate to your life and moving them in your body and how it's all connected. And it was a really fantastic talk. So I really highly encourage you to go back and listen to that one. And like I've mentioned, the members of the Crave Club actually have access to videos where that's what we're guided in movement throughout each of the different chakras to work our way up to that place of intuition where we're trusting ourselves and those messages that we receive, and knowing that, your desires, right? These messages you get, they're not an accident. They're meant for you. So if you've heard it, if you felt it, if it's in your head, it's there for a reason, and it's there for you to trust. And I actually, I got a message this morning while I was getting ready to come meet with you. And it was, everything you desire is on its way to you. But don't force it or resist it. Okay? When we force it, when we resist it, we block the energy and it can't get to us. So just sitting in faith that everything you desire is on its way. It's there. Oh, amen. Yeah. Right, Jennifer? And Jennifer Tidwell here is saying when she finishes her book, she's going to do a live about it. So check out her name, Jennifer Tidwell. And Jennifer, put the name of, I think it was like Tidwellness, but put the name of your thing so people know where to find you for that live, because that would be great. That would be so wonderful. So then the other one I did, we have our green witch, right? So that's all about the plants, the herbs. And this one is actually a fire herb that came up today. And that is sorrel, which is actually really fun for me because when I lived in Florida, I had a nice little sorrel plant in the backyard. So sorrel is talking about affection. And what it says is, new experiences are coming your way, which means you will feel prompted to find new ways of doing things. If you are seeking a solution, be more receptive to suggestions and openings. Ensure you are putting your true feelings into all that you're doing. A valuable proposition should come your way, but don't get too carried away. So, like there's just this layering of the messages. Last week it was really talking about that beginner's mind, and I'm really hearing that again here is just being open, like taking off those blinders and being open to all those possibilities around you, and those new experiences. And for you, maybe intuition and trusting intuition, or even listening to it might be a new experience. And so just be open to that. And again, okay, Jen's putting in here, look up Jen's health and trauma group on Facebook. Really good group. So yeah. And Jen, now you got to hurry up and read that book, and everybody can catch the live. So now you have motivation to finish up. But yeah, so this is where we are today, and I feel it. Like I said, it's just been this layering of this message. So really, my loves, it's time to listen. And a few weeks ago we got the card to take action, but to take action on the inward work. This is such a powerful time. We're in the winter. This is the time when we do all that work inwardly, right? So that when we hit spring, it all flourishes. It just sort of, and this has been such a great message for me. Even one of the things I talked about not long ago was I had this realization that I had this energy of fight, and this actually was provided to me. I didn't really actually have the realization. A shaman let me know that I had this energy of fight. I had developed this meaning, right? So we go back to the inner child work at some point early in my life, that anything that was important to me that I wanted had to be a fight, right? I had to fight for it. That masculine, I was raised by my dad. So good morning. Oh, good morning, Rosie, and good morning, Bess. I'm so glad you're finally here live. Yay. But yes, so I had this energy. And again, like I said, I was raised by my dad mainly. So probably where I picked that up, like things that were of value to you had to be that fight. And that's what, no more fight, release it. And so that was where I would get stuck because I was fighting for stuff. And so I've really had to set that down. I had to, if it's heavy, put it down, put that luggage down, right? And as I've been really working on that and doing that, it's just so funny. I feel like I'm just sitting here and things are flowing in. There's a couple of ladies and I are collaborating on a workshop we're going to do right at the spring equinox, which is going to be super exciting. So look out for information about that, but all about transformation. And it just sort of fell into place. Yesterday, I got on a call with somebody. It was like, somebody who I really didn't know well introduced me to her. She responded. I said, why not? We got on a call. She starts talking and I said, of course, there are no coincidences. As soon as she started talking, we were like that. And, it just all fell into place. So really that goes back to that message. And yes, the message was for me as well, my loves, that when I got this morning getting ready, everything you desire is on its way to you. Don't force it and don't resist it. Okay. And so when I set that down, when I let it be, and the energy opened up, it just comes in. And my money story was very similar, and that's coming. I'm coming with the money story. I keep promising that. But yeah, that's when it just sort of opens up for you, and it can actually just be easy. And again, the layering with the message. One of the things that's really been fun for me is I've been exploring. I've done it before, but for some reason, what's come back in my life very strongly recently is Qigong. And I talked about that, I think, a little bit on Monday. Qigong is this ancient Chinese practice that, gosh, has been, it sort of goes back to tribal dance that they've probably created more structured movement from, but it's also been used for military. It's been used for so many things. But the thing about it is, like, yes, you're moving your body and you're getting the physical benefits, but you're also getting, like, it does different things for your organs. And of course, in traditional Chinese medicine, your organs are related to emotions. So, they'll do things like tap on the kidneys. Well, the kidneys are all about fear. And, tapping on the lungs and opening that up. Well, the lungs represent grief. So, as you're doing all of these things, you're healing not only the physical, but the emotional aspect as well, because again, it's all married. And it's a very gentle, light, easy movement form that you do, but it's so powerful at the same time. And it's just that message again that it doesn't have to be hard, which again goes back to the feminine, right? Pleasurable, joyful. You don't have to fight. You can be in flow. Think of water, right? How powerful water is, but how, it gently flows, but look what it can do, right? It can, break a rock down to sand. It can do so much. So that is the message for us this week. I hope this was helpful for you. I would love to hear, what are you doing to connect to your intuition? Some people meditate, but there's no right and wrong way of meditating. Some people, meditation is, sitting in silence. Some do guided meditation, and Insight Timer is a really great tool for a guided meditation. Some people color or craft. Some go for walks in nature. There's all different ways to connect and to feel grounded and get to that place of being able to receive that intuition. And sometimes it will come right in the middle of a meditation. Sometimes it'll come while you're getting ready in the morning, right? Or, doing the dishes or what have you, when your mind sort of wanders off and you'll get this thought and it'll be like, whoa, well, that's a really good thought. Wait, that wasn't mine, And then you'll know that it was meant for you. It was an intuitive thought. So, my loves, I hope that this was helpful. Leave those messages, like, subscribe, share if it's helpful. You think it could be of use to somebody else. And again, we have next Friday is our monthly Crave call, where we are going to be doing a lot of the, not a lot, but we're going to do some movement, right? We're going to move our bodies a little bit in our Crave call this month and really be able to connect to our intuition, to release resistance. We're going to do some of that. We're going to embrace quite a few different movement modalities to be able to really connect to our desires and make them happen, because they're there for you. They're meant for you. So if you would like to check out Crave, and of course you also get the access to the movement videos and lots of other stuff as well. But it's at mycrave.club. Would so love to have you there. If you're here, it's more than likely a good fit if you're still listening. Yeah, Jennifer's saying she's come to be connected to her intuition constantly. And it starts out, it's just like anything else. It's a practice. It starts out, kind of uncomfortable. You're not sure. And then as you practice more and more, you get more confident and more comfortable. And it feels like you're there all the time, till when you get knocked out a little bit, you're like, whoa, what just happened? So yes, I would love to hear more from you. I'm so glad that you were able to join me live, for those who were here. For those who joined the replay, I'm so glad to see you as well. Have an amazing week. Oh, and one last thing. My goodness, I almost forgot. So even though I've separated this up, I still do, because this is one of the tools, my ClariTea, which you can find in the ClariTea boutique. Supporting us with all of this is Chakra Glow, which is funny because Bess was finally able to be here live, and this is her absolute favorite, and it happens to be a favorite amongst my ClariTea folks. Chakra Glow is a really amazing tea that there's 7 herbs in it that everything vibrates, right? And so plants vibrate, and so the herbs in this vibrate at the frequency of your 7 chakras. So opening it all up and getting to that place of intuition. And like I said, I've had people come back. Jennifer said she had a feeling that was the tea. Yeah. See, you're so connected to that intuition. You already knew. But I've heard someone tell me she made it for a domestic support group. And after they drank it, like in this group, there was always tears. And that day when they drank this tea, like they all felt such peace, and they had smiles, and they were just at ease. And that is like one of the biggest things for me. Is I love hearing that, and I love to hear that that would support women at that place. And that's a whole other passion of mine. So yeah, that is the tea to support you. If you'd like more on that, it's in the ClariTeaBoutique.com. Both, there's TEA and ClariTea and in boutique. And, I put my link tree in the message there. So if you want to just click on that, you'll be able to find the ClariTea Boutique right in there. So that's it, my loves. I know I keep saying that's it and then talk some more, but that's it. I promise. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I will be back Monday with our regular talk, more about movement, and I will see you then. Bye, loves.